Hi, chat.
Okay, that's how I replaced my arm with a prosthetic. What are you laughing at? It's serious.
I'm glad that you went the Full Metal Alchemist route.
I mean, I have a very high bar for. Wait, we're live. Sorry, never mind.
Hi, chat.
I thought you were joking.
I thought that. Yeah, I thought that was what you were going for.
I thought it was a bit.
Wait, what?
It was a bit.
Ben, help me check if my arm is real.
But chat, you may notice the overlay is a little different. Unfortunately, Cove did have to drop.
We had to eat
him. For good reasons, and I wish him the best.
He was delicious.
Oh god. He ate the halfling.
He had to go. His planet needed him.
Yeah.
He just finally got that. He just finally got the Forbidden Mountain Dew Pitch Black.
Uh-oh.
Like, was he in a Gyarados with us?
So, the fun thing is, he and North are actually the only ones that stayed behind in the society. So most of the party went out to call Octavian, and then Talos, Barney, and Yorick are in a Gyarados.
Like, okay, because if he was a Gyarados, I imagine he just like went up and just is like floating out of the atmosphere.
He's wandered off and he's like wandering
he's
off and he's in
currently pinned to the
heaven
ceiling.
now.
He's just floating out there like the bad guy from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2.
Oh yeah.
But since he's outside, now I just imagine he just walked into a lava pit and just kept going.
He's fine.
He just does the Terminator 2 thumbs up.
Wait, no.
But upside down and into a cloud.
He rose up with the others, but it didn't disappear, and when you come back, there's just going to be a Ponto-shaped hole in the ceiling.
I was saying in Discord we should write Ponto pregnancy arc, meaning like when actors get pregnant, they write them out of the series, but then it kind of sounded like I said we should make Ponto get pregnant, and that was the mental image.
But I mean, since he's not here, the only way that would work would be if one of us were pregnant with Ponto.
Oh
my
no.
God. Well, that would help me cross off one of my kink bingo scores.
That's an interesting one to have on there.
Imprig. The hype chest.
Oh, the hype chest. What's in the hype chest?
Kitty getting a medal.
Oh,
Medal, sorry.
very cute.
And here's where I keep my medals. If I had any.
Amazing.
Yes, if everyone's good and ready, we'll hop on into the recap and get into today's session. It's
Well,
still
I think
mind-blowing
I
that
think
we're over 50 now.
I think I do have a medal.
I have a medal somewhere in my house. It was a jazz medal. I won for a jazz solo when I was in high school.
I think I got mine during middle school. It was for like most improved academics.
Ah, nice.
So I sucked until I didn't.
We love that for you.
I do love.
I think I have like 20 little baby medals from Book It.
Mini medals.
I love the dwarf going the full Professor Farnsworth, like, thank you, I deserve this.
Alright, let me find Bone Snap. So many NPCs in this folder.
Yeah.
There we go.
I I might briefly disappear because we do have pizza on the way.
All good.
Oh yeah.
We were gonna cook, and then ESCOM
Oh,
said,
yeah.
"Nah, you won't have electricity right up until your D&D game starts." So, fuck
Yes,
you.
food is important. Do eat.
Yeah. I haven't seen a vegetable in a week. I'm withering from the inside.
Oh no.
Eats as a vegetable.
It sure is. It's a vegetable in my heart. Yes, you all see Bone Snap by the fire with his tome. Welcome back. Let's delve in, shall we? The last time, the party finished up their stay at Homidor, delivering the core of the fallen star to Romulus, who thanked the party with 50 Electrum. The party told Romulus of what they learned of the Ascended, and he voiced his concerns about them being able to easily kill a dragon, and said that he'd be having the scholars of the city do some further research. Romulus spoke on the Godslayer situation back in Rulia, mentioning that they likely were bringing gods into their own plane, where they were powerless and killing them off. Finding and destroying the demi-plane of the Godslayers would probably be the best means of stopping them. Romulus also mentioned that he is in contact with the Astral Feast, and that it wishes to speak with Ponto sometime soon. The party returned to the news office and said their final farewells to Esther and the others before returning to Aurelia. The group slept and reconvened in the morning and began their journey to Canesmith, opting to use the leaf that Calypso gave them to travel quickly. Yorick mentioned Calypso and how they hadn't heard from him in a while. The group tried to reach him, and they could only hear strong winds from the other end, and when they attempted to speak to the entity that they made contact with, it was spoken to by something called the Collective, who supposedly had Calypso held hostage in the Feywilds. The party contacted me and asked if I knew anything about the Feywild and the Collective, and I mentioned that they need to find the person who caused Calypso to be tricked there in the Feywild. Also mentioned that the Collective was a massive tree of faces that steals away parts of those trapped until only husks remain. I recommended the party went to Kalakul, the city of dragons down in the fold, overseas in Rustfoldus, where there was a gateway to the Feywilds. Ivar mentioned that he could help slow the process of Calypso being taken over by the Collective if they could bring him something that belongs to Calypso, like an article of clothing or something else he's consistently been in physical contact with. Me and Ivar planned to meet up with the party at Arengate, where we could perhaps act on Calypso's fate. The party then arrived in Canesmith and made their way to the Smithing Society, where they met with Angris. And the party tucked the artifact they took from Buckley away in a large anti-magic box that Angris had, blocking out any potential tracking it might be able to do in the meantime, after the group initially suspected it contained a powerful entity that may have been watching. Talos extended God's blessing to Angris, and Talos, Bonnie, and Yorick were whisked away to Garadeus, where the group was spoken to by Hestlan, and were told to follow him to God's workshop. The others contacted Ernest and Octavian, learning that their souls were tethered to the artifact they took from Buckley, and that the Godslayers were able to use it to track the party. Octavian mentioned a Lizardfolk exorcist in the Bloodmire named Avend, who could help in the restoration of the party's souls, and they were told also that if they could get a hold of Buckley and have that binding broken, they could have it broken by giving Octavian a lock of Buckley's hair. The party ruminated on this new information, and Bonnie, Talos, and Yorick prepared themselves to set foot in Garadeus, waiting what was to come next. That's where we pick up. I can't wait to see what they get up to this time. And that is indeed where we pick up. So we will start with those of you down on the material plane. you just finished up talking with Octavian and Ernest. And you return to the room in the Smithing Society where you left the others with Angris and the ritual with Gond. As you all make your way in, you notice Barney, Talos, and Yorick are not there, and neither is Ponto. The only one present in the room is North. And North looks... as you kind of walk in, you see North is just kind of staring upward.
What is it, boy? Did Timmy fall into the sky? Am I
Ponto
making a
shapes lump
really...
in North's throat.
North will look to you as you guys enter.
Barney and Talos went into the sky. And
They
Yorick
what?
too. It was golden and bright.
Are they... Did they seem scared?
A little.
I assume Talos did. Shame.
Ponto also went into the sky, but it was different. He turned into a star.
I wonder if the scribe took him.
Maybe.
What time of day is it?
It's still relatively early. It's about 11 a.m.
Okay.
So were we all able to peer north, or was that someone who had like an ability for that?
Nope, you can all hear him. And it's
Anybody else?
probably the first
So
time
everybody
you've
else heard
North
North talking,
talk.
right?
Yeah.
He kind of tilts his head to the side like a confused puppy does.
I could always
Wait, did we
talk.
know he can... Did we know about this before? I can't remember, because
so the only way
Thomas
he was
coerced
communicated
Barney
with
into...
before is through Barney.
Okay. Wait a minute. This is... How can we hear you?
Maybe because I'm a familiar?
Yes, but not ours. I thought that was a... Crow, can you... I mean, Crow speaks out loud, right? He doesn't speak in my head.
Yeah, Crow speaks out loud.
She's like, Crow, can you talk? And Crow's like, bitch, I've been talking.
Yes, I can talk.
Good. Just making sure I'm not, losing it.
I hope they're okay in the sky.
What happened right before they went up?
Talos stabbed the gargoyle man with Gond.
I think they should be fine then. I think that might just be part of the process.
What should we do while we wait?
No.
I'm not sure how long it's gonna take. Any suggestions?
know what's going on?
That's a great idea.
He would probably be familiar with how long the process would take as well.
Yeah. Tom will produce the orb.
Yeah, you produce the orb. You reaching out to Heslan?
Yes, but on speakerphone so everyone can talk.
Alrighty. So yeah, you reach out to Heslan. Let me find his art. There he is.
Yes, hello.
Greetings.
Your friends are here.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
right.
Oh,
That's
good.
They're with
That's
Heslan.
very convenient.
Did you want to join them?
Should we? Maybe we should. What do you think?
I
That would
am
probably
not
be
opposed to it.
wisest.
It doesn't matter to me either way. I mean, if
Beam
they
us up.
want us,
I can. I'm gonna send for you. You should see a light. Step into it.
That seems extremely wise and safe. Sure.
And he says that, and there is a pillar of light that beams down in front of you.
all right, I'll enter it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, that's right.
you
I think
guys.
Crow was there first. He saw a really big shiny and he wanted it.
Yeah. You all step into this pillar of light, and similar to what happened with the other four, you are lifted into the sky, and before you'd crash through the ceiling physically, it's as though you disappear and your senses kind of fade out for a moment. And when they return to you, you find yourself standing on clouds, and you can see Ingris, Barney, Talos, Yorick, Heslan, and what looks to be a massive set of gates behind them.
Welcome. Welcome to the party.
Thanks. Should we take off our shoes?
No, that's not necessary.
Oh, good.
Does dirt even exist in Gyarados?
You can if you want it to.
Hudson will be very glad to hear that, I'm sure.
But yes, we're going to head to Gaunt's workshop. And, just stick close, I guess. Look, usually living folk aren't allowed up here. Something about souls and other things. You'll be fine. Just stick close by.
He'll approach the gate, and he will open them. Let's see here. As Heslan kind of goes over to the gates, and they begin to open, you are immediately met with a very vibrant sight. You can see that there are several locations here, all kind of centered around this large, what looks to be a giant temple that is elevated, a series of stairs on each side leading up to it. And in the center of it, you can see, even from here, is a grand feasting hall.
Welcome. This is Gyarados.
Whoa.
That there in the center is where those who pass on, eventually end up big feasting hall, combat arena, and pretty much anything else you could ever ask for. As for the
I'm
rest of
strangely
it,
curious.
situated around it are each of our domains.
He kind of motions to the spaces around it. You can see that there looks to be almost portals. Seems to be one for each of the gods. They're all situated in a ring that spans around the outer walkway with this feasting hall in the center. It is a very pretty sight. You know, I never thought I'd end up here. You know, not so soon.
Fortunately, it's not permanent.
That's true. I hope.
I would hope
I
not.
suppose it's interesting to know a bit more about what happens after death.
Well, it happens after death, you know, as long as your soul is judged well. There's the unfortunate alternative of Nephalia, or, in my opinion, the even worse, left to roam option. Being stuck in limbo. You all are good people. Or at least... Yeah, you're good people.
Well. Oh, young. Oh, good people. Sorry, I thought you said young.
Pom guiltily thinks back to the time she stole some cakes off her mother's counter.
I mean,
Appreciating that moment of hesitation.
I mean, technically, like in comparison, we are young.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Yes, I'm pretty old. But so are most gods. But yes, to Gon's workshop. Follow me.
And he'll begin to lead you all around the outer ring. You can see... oh, go ahead.
Talos kind of hangs back a bit and just stares at it, Gyarados. Like, contemplating, like, this is where his parent is. His papa. And then he'll join.
Yeah, as you kind of stare in that direction, make me a perception check.
Ooh.
Sorry, just had a stat sheet on a different tab. 13.
13, you kind of peer over at Agaridaeus. You think back to your family. And though there's nothing physical that you see, you feel a kind of warm pulse in your heart. This pull that there's someone there thinking of you.
In response, he just feels like a deep shame. And then we'll join the rest of the party.
All right. Yeah, you all are kind of led along. You can see the various domains of other gods. You can see the domain of blood belonging to Aros, the great black serpent. You can see the domain that once belonged to Helm, but now belongs to Heslan himself, the domain of protection. You can see all of these. They seem to kind of float off the side of the outer ring, like islands almost. He leads you all along, and eventually leads you over to that of Gons. You can see the clouds. Most of the clouds here kind of have a sun-touched glow to them, a kind of faint golden, kind of a warm orangish color to them. The clouds here are neutral and gray.
This would be God's domain. Well, let's go.
As he steps forward towards this aisle, it's floating there. You see him pass through a veil. You all follow?
Sure.
Yep.
Yes.
Not first, but yes.
Angris will follow right behind Heslan into this veil. As you all pass through, you are somewhere very different. You find yourselves in a kind of forested region. There is a carved stone path leading up to what looks to be a very large fortress of sorts. You can see strewn about, or rather in a more neat fashion, on various rocks that are lining this pathway are all kinds of masterwork weapons and armor. All of it kind of illuminated with a faint white light that seems to have waned pretty heavily since Gon's falling.
This here is Gon's workshop. You can see it is quite dreary right now. But I suppose that's the state of things. But should you be judged favorably, that will not be an issue.
Alice is just going from like armor to armor, just looking them over and analyzing them.
He's activated.
Yeah. Looking at each.
If lions could purr.
There's nothing saying Leonins can't purr.
Then just like the deepest bass rumbles.
As you observe all these masterworks, it is really a sight to behold, even in the dreary state that Gon's domain is in. They still shine through as something extraordinary. And it's armor types of all kinds, all different materials, some of them made of fine ores and minerals, as well as just your basic steel and adamantine and other such things. The weapons as well, all of them very unique and well crafted.
He just comes up on this like shorter suit of armor that's just like pitch black with spikes and like a skull, like dragon skull helmet, just as like edge as possible. Is like, oh, this would actually look good on Yorick.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be a king, right? So just like, this on the battlefield.
It's a bit scary looking.
That's the
That's the
point.
Just
Oh,
the fucking ebony warrior shows up and like points his spear at you, raises his faceplate, and it's just
it's
this,
Yorick.
this behind it.
Hi. Hello.
It's,
I
it's
think
very much egg in the armor.
What were you saying, Gunther?
it's not important. It's good.
Yes, you all see these masterworks, and even from here, you can see on the fortress, kind of rising into the sky beyond it, you can see embers from what would be the forge within.
Now, the judgment process, that is actually more simple than... It's more simple than you think. But before we do that, suppose if any of you have any testimonials for Andres here, that would definitely sway that process.
Well,
It's like,
I may not know Angres awfully well, but I figured if he sees a lot of potential and promise in Talos, then, you know, I feel like that's some sort of character quality that's admirable.
yeah, I mean, Ingris is the head of the blacksmiths guild. I mean, when he developed the instant fortress so that people learning their craft can do it really anywhere. That's how I've been able to make the different tools and weapons that we use. Not to mention when Gon first fell, he immediately got to work making sure the surrounding like buildings and structures and everything were reinforced and secure in order to prevent any damage. So I think if anyone would be fit for that role, it would certainly be him.
Titles aren't everything, but mutually, Talos considers Angus to be an excellent candidate, and Talos is an excellent smith and has a great depth of knowledge in what it means to perform these duties.
Very well. All very good testimonials. Now, this part is up to you, Andres. Would you rather keep these glimpses into your past a secret, or are you fine with sharing that with those here? I'm fine either way. Very well. Then glimpse we shall.
And Hesland very gently, with the flat of his claw, touches Angris's forehead. And with a glow of light, Angris kind of rises into the air, levitating there for a moment. And you all are shown a series of visions as he levitates there. You can see Angris when he was created. You can see that a relatively scrappy-looking dwarven man created Angris years and years ago, when Kane Smith was not so much a smithing town and more of just a small mountainside settlement. You can see this dwarven man constructing this gargoyle, sculpting him. The vision cuts forward, and you can see a young forming gargoyle taking interest in his creator's craft, watching him at the forge, watching him make weapons and armor, and trying his best to help out in any way he can. You see the vision cut forward even more. Angris is on his own now. He is at his own forge. The first forge in Canesmith. You can see him providing weapons and armor to those that come by. Those who come by for specially commissioned things. Even simple carpentry tools and other things like nails and things you'd need for building. You see it cut forward again. And this vision you see more clearly. You can see Angris similar to how he looks now. He looks pretty similar to how he does now. In fact, some of you, if any of you would like to, you can make me I'll take a nature or an arcana check.
I can roll Arcana.
I'll do nature, it's not my skill, but I'll do it.
Arcana. Whoa. That's pretty good. That's a 21. For Arcana.
All right.
16 for nature.
So, for the nature check, you are, Talos, you're pretty aware that, perhaps you read it somewhere, gargoyles are interesting in that they're elementals, and they don't tend to undergo the natural cycle of life that most humanoids do, where they grow and develop from something small. It's similar in a way that Angris, when you first saw him in these visions, he started out as just a core of energy and underwent some minor things, but ultimately you get the gist that he's looked how he looks now pretty much his entire life, that he was built in that image. And Barney, with your Arcana check, you're able to see as well. You're able to take note of the same details, and you also notice in the vision here, Angris did not have the cracks from which you can see the kind of magma core underneath him at this time. Seems to be a pretty recent development. But you all see a vision of Angris in a more similar state to he is now. You can see he's gathered around and what looked to be a gathering of apprentice smiths about. He looks to all of them.
You all will forge great things. I am here to teach, and I'm sure I will be impressed by what it is you are able to craft with your full potential.
You can see the excitement on these young apprentices' faces. You can see as the vision kind of cuts forward some more, they bring in their first works, some of them better than others. There's a young dragonborn girl. She brings in a sword, and you can see that it looks like something went wrong with it. She looks very nervous to present it, and she does present it. And kind of closes her eyes and anticipates being perhaps scolded for such a incomplete work. Instead, Angris smiles and puts a hand on her shoulder.
And what happened with this sword here?
I honestly, wasn't entirely putting my heart into this one. I tend to like to work more on armor, and I'm not the best at blades.
Well, the blades that you've brought in the past have been very good works. Is there something more?
You can see the girl kind of hesitates. It's my mother. She's been sick lately, and I've been tending to her. I've not had a lot of time to devote to this project. I really want to do my best, and I'm sorry for such a disgraceful work. But I felt that I needed to put her health first.
That is nothing to be sorry for. Your priorities are in order, and that is most admirable. I want for you all to flourish. But to temper steel and to shape iron, that cannot be done with an unsteady hand. A steady hand requires a steady mind. And when someone you care for is ailing, when they are in trouble, that would be extremely unreasonable to expect from you.
I'm really sorry.
Don't be. Continue to take care of your mother. And if and when you are ready, I'm sure this blade will look better than any you've created thus far.
Vision flashes forward again, and you can see the Smithing Society in its early days. You can see gatherings and droves of these apprentice smiths, all creating various things. Very wide variety. Some of them focused in carpentry, some of them in armor craft, some of them in bladesmithing and various other things. And you can see Angris at the heart of it all, providing encouragement and instruction. And it cuts forward. You see the Smithing Society progress on and on. And then you see Talos arrive. You see Talos arrive and his introduction to the Smithing Society. And then most recently you see the party arrive and the ritual be conducted. And the vision ends. Angris stops glowing and is lowered down to the ground.
Well, judged on your past, I would say that's quite admirable. Wouldn't you all agree?
Absolutely.
I'm just surprised he's not a god already.
You have my thanks, my gratitude. Now I ask you one final question, Ingris. In your living life, what do you consider to be your biggest regret?
You can see he thinks on it for a moment.
My biggest regret would be not being able to provide the protection to Gond when he was living. To not have been there to stop him from being killed by the Godslayers. That, unfortunately, is beyond perhaps most of us. We've been on guard since we lost Helm. But they're a crafty bunch, unfortunately. That being said, if that would be your biggest regret, is that something that you would see to addressing in your time as a god? In your own way, keeping those of us here on Agaradeus safe. I will do my best with everything I have. Well, does anyone have any objections? That's good enough for me.
None here?
None whatsoever.
I see no reason to object at all.
And very well. With the... let's see. Do I remember this script? I was supposed to say something really official. Right. With the power vested in me, I bestow upon you the domain of craft.
And again, he'll tap Ingris with the flat of his claw. And as he does so this time, you all see Ingris begin to transform. He seems to grow in size. You can see those cracks where the magma peers through begin to become more geometric, more intentional. You can see various runes begin to take shape on his body, and what looks to be a sculpted suit of armor made of that same stone that he is takes shape on his body. And in his hand he holds a hammer, where you see a familiar eye blink.
And so it's done. Our new god of craft. Welcome. There will be quite a bit to do as far as getting you trained and getting you situated. But this domain that we stand in is yours. Yours to shape. And with the effects of Gond's death behind us, the material plane should see things begin to rebuild themselves.
You know, I kind of expected there to be a little more to this. Not that that's a bad thing.
Once upon a time, there was. Helm had a lot of procedures and trials. But I mean, come on, you saw the visions too. I don't think we needed to do much more.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
he's
You go.
proven himself to be, you know,
I
I
guess
don't think
it's
anybody's
different.
going to complain that there was no difficulty.
I guess it's different from position to position. Maybe because it's like a protection domain, he had like more rules and ordinances. Maybe like I don't know, the god of blood. You have to drink a lot of blood.
I don't think I'd want
I
that
don't
domain.
think that's. Yeah, I don't think that's how that works.
It might well be. Aros is interesting.
Candles is like, and then,
Yes.
No,
It's
no.
like, it's like a chug sort of situation.
as the person
No.
being drunk from slowly turns into a desiccated corpse.
No, her
Wait,
her
is the
domain is
blood outside or
Paramedes.
It's
what was
it's
that?
like it's like drinking from a can and watching it crinkle.
Yes.
No, Candles is interest in Paramedes.
Hey, we're in the place you can meet him.
Is that a thing that can happen, or is it like celebrity homes where they chase you away when you drive near it?
Yes, Hesland.
Yes, but in a setting appropriate
Manner.
wording.
We only got here because Gond was dead, so he couldn't lock the door.
I suppose you could meet the other gods. Some of them are a lot more agreeable than others. Did you have anyone in mind?
Is the Scribe of Stars a god? Or are they more like an entity of some kind?
I think that's more of an entity than have a domain here, at least.
Mysterious.
Wait, does that mean that even Vomit is here?
Ah, yes, Bahamut's here.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you want to see him?
I mean, sure, I guess. I mean, there's other folks I could see. I guess better question be, is there a kind of place where those who have passed are located?
Yes, that would be the Great Hall.
Ah. Well, I got a couple things here, but sure, I mean, we could see Bahamut if we want to.
Sure.
I mean, it's if you want to. I mean, but Bahamut's not my god.
Sure. That could just be my own thing. I'm sure you all have other things to do as well, too, so.
And I do have a question. Yes, Cyrus. Will I be able to still assist the Smithing Society? Yeah. That'll be one of the first bits of your training, actually. Being present in multiple places. It's really useful. Also really hurts your head the first time you do it.
And probably pretty useful to us if we could, you know, be at all the places we need to be to fix all the things we need to fix.
If you all would do me a favor, when you return to the material plane, you could relay that I'll be returning soon to the Smithing Society.
Of course. Forgive me if this sounds a little, rude. I was wondering if maybe I could ask for a little bit of a boon, if it's within your power.
Well, I don't think that's rude, because I was going to provide you with one, actually.
Oh. Well. Yeah. I'll, if I may. He'll kind of like. Is he still giant?
Yeah, he's much bigger.
Like how big?
Probably about 15 feet tall now.
He'll kind of like signal like, can you just like, up?
He'll return to his normal size.
All right. And he'll also kind of like whisper something to him, and I will DM you what he says.
All right.
Ooh. Hidden lore.
Can you give me those like really cool magma veins?
I like to imagine that this is in real time.
Yeah.
About how long Talos is whispering to Gaunt.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to figure out how to phrase it right. But there you go.
All right.
Hey, you whisper to him.
That I can certainly do.
And Talos will like bend the knee and just like unsheath the sword and just hold it up like the my friend appreciating the art I gave him and me meme.
And he will kneel down, and with his own hammer, he will tap the sword, and you see it turn red hot for a moment before manifesting on the center of the hilt is that familiar eye.
I also like lower the sword, look to Ingress, and just like thank you.
Of course.
And he'll look to the sword and be like, "Can you hear me?"
I can. I'm still here.
Yeah. He sheathes it to not hurt himself, and then just hugs the sword.
You can feel the warmth and recognition of your friend that's been with you.
Hopefully this new sheath is comfortable. If not, I can get a lining for it.
It's quite comfortable.
Welcome back, friend.
I never left.
Well, he slings him over his shoulder. Oh, you're stuck with me now.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
He'll just look at Ingress like, I'm not sure what boon you were gonna offer, but like this is really all I could want.
I imagined that you had formed a connection there. That was what I was going to offer.
Oh, good. I mean, he's my partner. I make everything with him.
Always good to have a crafting buddy.
He'll just give a pleasant nod, rejoin the group.
You rejoin the group. Heslan kind of looks at all of you, and he looks at Yorick and lifts him up a little bit, and you can see Yorick is starting to become transparent.
Oh no!
No!
So
Feed him quickly! He's wasting away!
this is what I was.
Someone called Marty McFly.
This is what I was warned of. I would love for you to have this reunion with the gods, but you're going to lose your souls if you stay here. So
dear.
another time.
Yorick, no!
Oh dear.
Are we fading too?
Yes, you all look down. Probably just above the knee for most of you is transparent.
Oh, shoot.
Oh no.
I've never been this transparent in my life.
I'm gonna get you all back now, so you don't, your soul doesn't deteriorate. You should be fine. But yeah, we should go.
Right. Let's do it. Everyone wants our souls lately.
I prefer for my soul not to deteriorate. Mom would be mad.
York kind of bends down and attempts to kind of touch where his body is transparent, and you see his hand go through it. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Yeah, let's get you back to the material plane. Thank you for all your help, though. Angris now sits firmly as the god of craft. And, we'll be in touch. But, let's get you down.
You see Heslan opens his wings, and that same pillar of light opens and swathes around all of you. And you all are beamed back down to the material plane.
Oh, darn.
Well, I didn't expect that. The soul thing, I mean.
I've never been happier to see my legs.
Yeah, looking down
Yeah.
now, everything's returned to normal.
I was just looking at his big meaty calves.
Did it take longer to fade those than the rest?
Yeah, they
So much
fade
meat
a
to
little
get through.
slower.
It's a density thing.
Yeah.
It's completely faded almost.
Oh, that was eventful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels good to kind of get that off my back. Although now he pats his sword, I have my friend on my back.
I guess there's not a better time to say this now, but we have some other stuff to take care of. Let's just say our friend, well, not really friend, but Buckley left us a gift.
Right.
That turd?
In the sense that a dog leaves gifts on your lawn.
Are there dog people in this world?
Yeah,
I
question.
mean, there are Loboskaran, which are wolf folk.
Yeah.
I guess if you want to consider a hyena a dog, there are gnolls too. So
You know, if you date a Loboscarn, it's kind of like domestication.
But yeah, the little stone that we got from Buckley is now, I think that's been used to kind of, the God Slayers have been using that to track us, and we can't destroy it because our souls are tethered to it. So we
Yeah.
need to find a way to untether ourselves.
That's a problem.
It is. It's not emergent, but it is definitely something we will have to treat soon.
Like Pom said, everyone's after our souls lately.
Hot commodity.
I don't think this means that we can't take time to celebrate our new friend's promotion. I think it just means that we, I guess afterwards, we might be having to pick up our feet and move on.
I agree.
Was there a bot?
Yeah, there was a bot.
Oh, we got rid of it?
Yeah.
I think it got auto-modded. I didn't see it.
Well, hold on. You'll look around. Is Vernice nearby?
You look around, and yeah, you definitely remember passing her on the way in here.
Yeah, I'll just have to make sure Vernice gets the message. So they're
Right.
not panicking.
And yeah, you guys head out from that room. Question: Are you taking the big box with you with the artifact in it?
I mean, I guess we have to.
Yeah,
Would make-
seems a bit dangerous otherwise.
Yeah.
Do you
And it
think
contains.
we should get something to carry that? Because it's quite heavy.
I don't. Perhaps we should ask someone who has perhaps a smaller, anti-magic lockbox of some kind.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind carrying it personally, but we are going to be walking quite a bit.
Can we fit it in the bag of holding?
Yeah, how heavy is it again?
So it's like 50 pounds. It is big, is the problem. It is very big, so it'd be a case of this probably isn't going to fit in the bag of holding.
Oh no.
I guess you could see if anyone has a smaller one.
Maybe he'll look around for Vernice.
And yeah, sure enough, you do find Vernice.
Hi, Vernice.
Oh, hello, Talos.
Couple quick things. Ingress is a god now.
I'm sorry, what?
He's a god. He's taken the domain for Gond. Oh, by the way, Gond's right here.
She blinks. She kind of wipes her goggles. Right. Okay.
He said he'll be back soon.
Okay.
I mean, technically he's gonna be able to be anywhere he needs to be in multiple places at one time, so I guess he will be back and probably is back in some way. I don't know how that works. Second, do you happen to have some means of carrying a large object easily? I don't know, I mean, it can't fit into a bag of holding, so a smaller box or a portable hole or something like that.
Oh, I have something that might work. I use it for carrying around heavy things usually. It works quite well. Here. And she pulls out a little bronze ring, and I'll hand it to you. Put that on.
Ooh. He does so.
And you put it on, and you see a slight glimmer just behind you. Focus on that glow.
Okay, I'm focusing.
And then
Squinting
kind
my
of
eyes.
swirling around behind you and raising itself off the ground, you see this levitating disc of magic.
Ooh.
It'll follow behind you. You can put things on top of it. It's quite handy.
Oh, thank you. I imagine, like, out of character, this is like the tensor floating disc.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. Is there anything I can, like, repay, like, give you in terms of payments?
I mean, I have plenty of those rings. It's really no trouble.
Oh, well, thank you. I will make sure to, I'll make sure to return it once we deal with, the thing in that box.
Yeah, I mean, it's no trouble. It'd probably be useful for you, so you can hang on to it.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it'll follow behind you and put stuff on it. I think it can. I've seen that box. I know it's quite heavy. It could probably hold about 10 of those, actually.
Oh, so I could just, like, walk and, like, other people could just sit on the disc and if they need to take a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, neat. Thank you.
Of course. I guess I need to go break that news to people, though. That's a lot to process.
Oh, yeah, and then probably Thyson should know too.
Yeah. Maybe I should make a diagram explaining that.
Like, that makes me curious. Does that mean, like, Dyson is now, like, a priest of Ingress or gone? Or still gone? Would they have to do a whole rebranding thing?
I don't know how that works with priests. I imagine they follow the new god. Oh, that temple is gonna be in disarray for a couple of days, I think.
There's gonna be a lot of change in terms of scriptures and, like, how many books of Gone do they have that they're gonna have to, like, scribble out the name and, like...
I think
Just get some white out.
I think with divine magic, it just kind of overrides the old stuff.
The scribe that just finished copying, like, the 1000th book by hand, sighs, and puts the stack back on the to-do list again.
Finally! I've been waiting for my vacation for 10 years. Oh, damn it.
Yeah. I think it'll be fine. They're priests, they'll figure it out.
Yeah. I guess Ingress willing.
Yeah. It has a nice ring to it, actually. Well,
Alright, well, I'll stop bothering you. Thank you.
yeah, of course. Thanks for letting me know. I think if I would have found out from anyone else, I probably would have thought it was an elaborate prank. But considering he's not here and heard screaming back there earlier and everything else that's been going on, it makes sense, I suppose.
Wait, you heard screaming back there and you didn't go and check what was going on?
I mean, you hear screaming around here all the time.
That is true. Last time I was here, people were talking about how they'll, like, lose limbs just to get, like, artificial, like, limbs put on, so...
Yeah, screaming around here is, like, common. It's about as common as, like, sneezing.
Exactly that moment, they just hear someone scream in the other room.
Yeah, you do.
They go, bless you.
You hear somebody from down the hall distantly. It sounds like the Tom scream from Tom and Jerry.
I need to visit here more often. Alright. Yeah, and he'll kind of just rejoin the group.
So where to now?
I suppose we have a few stops to make. I know Iron Gate is on the itinerary, so is Brim.
True. You think we should head back to Green Peak and find something of Calypso's too?
Yes.
That'll be prudent, yeah. Well,
We can
just, came from the portal and the tree from which we traveled here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the leaf, so we can just, like, on our way, we can just find a tree and just portal over.
We sound like a bunch of stoners. We have the leaf. We can travel anywhere.
Stoners, we're not gargoyles.
Is that like a derogatory term for them in this universe? Fucking stoners.
It's a term of endearment, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, stoners' term of endearment. Rockhead is the negative connotation.
Yeah.
We're just waiting for one of us to have like a really fucked up scene where one of us hallucinates that like we're all just sitting in a circle getting stoned and playing D&D while baked out of our minds.
in a distant parallel dimension, Jerry Goodberry's just like, whoa.
Yeah, you guys gather yourselves up, heading out of the smithing society, and heading out of Canesmith. There are plenty of trees, so are you just using the one you came through?
I think maybe, yeah, because like, doesn't the leaf have like a certain amount of charges per day?
It has a certain amount of markings you can leave, so it cut down on that
Right.
at least.
It depends on the size of your cartridge.
Yeah, I think we can probably travel through the tree from where we came.
Yeah, and easily enough, you all are able to do so, and you're whisked away to Green Peak. You all appear outside of the tree that's central to the little temple. You can still see the flower that was once there from that priest that has blossomed and is even larger than it was last time you guys came here and checked.
Mhm.
So what should we take?
I don't know. I haven't really, like, I don't know Calypso that well, to be quite honest.
Would someone know what Calypso's favorite thing was to wear? Maybe something that was worn a lot?
Does he have a room here we can maybe look?
Yeah, he does have a room. Heading on.
Yeah, let's just look in his room.
Heading on over there, you peer in. Most of the room itself is comprised of various plants and whatnot. You can see that he has a couple of belongings strewn about. You can see what looks like kind of a waist wrap that's on the floor. You can see a couple of sandals. A couple of like bracelets as well. I suppose any of these would do.
Right.
So his accessories, his shoes, or his underwear?
Man, I hope they're clean underwear.
Yeah. I hope so too.
I mean, we could just technically grab all three just in case, but
That's true.
Well, perhaps I don't know. Perhaps I could use some of my. Maybe I can try to sense something that's like more magical in nature that he would be. I don't know.
Attuned to?
More. Yeah, something that he was tuned to.
I think that's a good idea. I'm also not opposed to grabbing maybe a couple of things just in case either we lose something or if somebody, I don't know if somebody would be after us, but I'd rather not lose one thing and then we kind of have to come back here and do this whole thing again.
Right.
Yeah, Barney, make me an Arcana check.
Ooh. Nice. That would be a. Let's see. $19.
So you kind of survey the room in search of anything that might be magical that was of his belongings. The sandals are magical. You can sense that there's some kind of enchantment on them.
Why don't he just like focuses on that? Like, yeah, I think that'll do.
They're magical?
Yeah. They seem to be enchanted.
Just slide them into our pack and take the underwear. Take the underwear too.
Yeah, I agree with the candles.
Yeah.
I mean, we're being crass here, but I mean, we definitely want to make sure we kind of, not get these sandals like stolen.
Right, makes sense.
Yeah, you're able to pick up
those magical ones.
all of them. If you'd like, Barney, you can make another Arcana check to see why they might be magical.
All right. Ooh, it's not a terribly good roll. 14.
You're not entirely sure all the details, but you notice that the magic seems to be on the sole of the sandal. And as you pick them up, you feel as though they almost adhere to the ground for a moment.
Oh. That's weird.
Magic dog.
Yeah, Barney's just gonna look at the soles. If the soles of the sandals.
They
See if we can see anything.
look to be pretty normal, but you can see a faint magical glow.
That's quite interesting.
Mind if I take a peek?
Sure. Go for it.
He will touch it with the claw and use object affinity.
So, using your object affinity, let's see. No, is that the one that requires a history? Does that require a history check from you as well? I know you're.
That's different. This just lets me, if I touch an object, I can know what magical properties it has, or like if it's magical material, how to use it.
Gotcha. So yeah, touching this sandal appears that they are capable of spider climbing.
Oh, sandals is spider climb.
Now you just gotta find a spider big enough to climb onto.
And we can always go back to the Underdark.
Ugh. Perish the thought.
As he
I
looks over to
felt-
your-
I
as
felt
he
that
looks
cringe
over
from
to
Tom.
Nadine.
What?
Wait, what'd you say, TK?
Nadine. Like glances to Nadine.
Oh, she was thinking of the big spiders, not the actual location.
If you need big spiders, the Underdark is a good place to find them. Some of them are size of big dogs. Some of them are size of small dragon.
Need is not the word I use, but good to know.
I suppose this'll do just fine. You think we should take
Yeah.
anything else?
Which just still love me if I was a spider.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do we got so far? The sandals and
Yeah, I imagine you took
Clothes.
the sandals, the waist strap, and the bracelets.
I think that's good enough. I mean, unless we can find like a strand of hair or something, but I think that's good.
You have a bathroom?
Yeah, I
You
didn't even,
Someone say.
he doesn't
I forgot.
seem
Does
to
he even have
one.
hair? Like, does he even have like a beard?
Yeah,
Beard or
he
hair?
does.
Okay, cool.
You find
If there's a bathroom, Palm will find it very quickly.
it doesn't take you. It does not take you long to find strands of hair, though. There's some in the sandals. There's some in the waist strap.
Don't like that.
Well, I mean, it is his underwear. So I mean, I'm not surprised by it.
Hopefully they weren't taken by force, i.e. yanked out.
Ouch.
Don't appear to be.
Okay, good.
It appears to be just shedding.
Natural shedding is the
Yeah.
way to go.
And I think we're good then.
Right. So are we heading to Erangate?
Sounds like
Let's.
Suppose so.
All right. Yeah. You all head back through the tree and begin your trek to Erangate. Let's see here.
So I've kind of forgot our itinerary where we were going. Like next after Canesmith, if it was going to be Erangate or Brim.
I believe you said
I
you were
need to look
heading
at the
to
map.
Erangate and then to Brim.
Right. I need to look at the map again.
I'll update your path of travel.
Palm is casting tiny, thoughtful looks in Nadine's direction.
Oh.
She will smile and give you a kiss on the
Oh
forehead.
god, she noticed! No! Palm is
noticed.
she's very shy about notice
He has
doing that.
4 eyes.
That's true. That's very true. It's hard to miss anything when you have that many eyes, I'm sure.
If Nadine winks, does she like close 2 eyes or 1?
The real questions the people need to know.
2. Yeah, she winks, she closes 2.
The double wink.
Yeah. And it can be any 2 of them.
Mystery.
And yes, you all get back on the road. After traveling through the tree, you begin to make your way towards Erangate. You know, it's been interesting these past couple of days. You went to the afterlife, you went to another world.
It has
Yeah.
been quite Wild.
Interesting is one word for it.
He met a sphinx.
I would have just said really weird.
That's true. It was just kind of weird. In a good
We
way.
bought food.
You feeling all right?
Yeah. It's just an observation, really.
I would like to incite York.
Go for it.
Actually, that's valid.
I want to peer in his tiny little mind.
Peer into his little beady eyes. The good kind. The good kind of beady eyes.
The Professor Layton kind of beady eyes.
Right.
Plush toy kind of beady eyes.
The earthbound kind of beady eyes.
I forgot I had
theory.
proficiency in insight. That's a 15.
So you kind of peer into York's thoughts here a bit. It doesn't seem York doesn't seem bothered. He's just kind of you get the sense of York thinking, is this all normal?
With the frizz? No way. Sorry, that was
10 out of 10. I love that. Thank you. I feel refreshed in my old age.
I loved the Magic School Bus growing up.
Very good.
Tell
Did
us
you ever
about
see the
it.
new one?
I have
Sorry.
not, but isn't it like her Miss Frizzle's niece?
I think
Just-
so. I can't remember.
I don't know her relation to
I gave
her.
it a go, but I wasn't, it wasn't the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also just put a hand on York's shoulder and be like, it's all very weird. But we still make do.
I suppose so. What's all this like?
Oh, that's wonderful. The blood moon aside,
The what
it's-
now?
oh, sometimes the moon is like blood red.
And then bad things
and then-
happen?
Yeah, like these kind of like spectral like shadow monsters appear.
Interesting. Does that affect
Correct me.
tourism?
Correct me if I'm wrong there. Yeah.
No, it's correct.
I mean, generally people don't stay out those nights. But like,
I mean,
you could.
What
just
if they
stay
don't
in.
know?
Maybe they have like hotels that have really high upcharges on that night.
Well, I don't really know what happens if they don't know they're out, because they're never seen again.
Oh,
He's lying, by the way. I don't know if I need to roll something for that.
yeah, make me a deception check.
Oh boy, my dumb stat.
Anyone who wishes to can make an insight check.
It's like being a tourist from a different place and you get to talk all sorts of bullshit about the place you're from and people don't really know.
I don't feel like rolling lucky for this. That's a 7. He's just like doing the whole like hands behind his head, like wiggling the fingies and the claws, like they're never seen again.
Did he have a little
I'll say-
flashlight under his face?
The sun turns off.
Gunther will add to this. I've also heard that sometimes they just whisk you up in the middle of the night while you're sleeping and just kind of whisk you up in the air and just drop you from 100 feet. Just carry you all the way up from heights that you are not comfortable with and then just drop you.
Who the
Oh
shadow
yeah,
people?
they're
that was-
like
that-
you just find the outlines of people in the ground where they maybe landed.
Huh.
I was actually trying to say that just to kind of scare Talos here, but I don't think Talos is that frightened.
He's aware of what happens during the blood moon of his own country.
Yorick looks more and more concerned.
Sorry, sorry, it's not that. That was me just playing around with Talos here.
Oh, okay. So, I'm not going to be dropped in the middle of the night from the middle of the sky and plummet.
Of course not.
I mean, one,
But-
you're not going
Are
to
there-
be out during the blood moon.
What are the largest birds in Risvoldus?
I'm sorry?
What are the largest birds in Risvoldus?
Those be rocks.
Yeah, you've seen rocks before.
And
Why
so
do you-
we
why
shouldn't
do you
discount the
ask?
possibility, but I'm sure it's very unlikely.
Well, I mean, if you get carried up by a rock, I mean, that can happen day or night.
Exactly.
Even like, I don't know, like a griffin or something like that could do it too.
True.
I've just been thinking since
But-
we're going overseas to Risvoldus at some point soon. Just
Yeah.
wondering
it'll
what
be-
it was like.
It's a lovely place, and hopefully we can find some time to visit Akram.
Yeah, I'd love to
so-
visit your hometown.
Yeah, that would be quite lovely. Yeah.
I heard they're quite famous for their razors.
Akram's
Gunther
razor.
just kind of looks at Pollen.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's actually good. Okay, that's a 10 out of 10 joke.
Is he saying that in a threatening way or?
Sorry, that was out of character.
Is that a threat or?
No. What? I said 10 out of 10 joke.
Yes, I know, but it could be like the last thing I hear before someone smashes through my window and garrots me. I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know if you have agents in the area.
We're
Yes.
just going over all of the ways, very, very unlikely but not impossible ways to be killed.
Yes, get this one
Ways to
especially. She,
die.
1,000 ways to die in Risvoldus.
oh my god. I will tell York though. That being said, you should be careful being picked up all of a sudden though. Especially here, it's something that kind of happens to young folks like you.
For no reason at all, when we get to Aaron Gate, I think I want to buy a couple of weights.
I don't know. Weights probably won't stop you from getting picked up, and Gunther's going to quickly pick him up and put him over his shoulders.
You see, he kind of frights over it. Oh,
He got bear lifted.
Oh my god! Well, you got to stop. The comedy police is going to be on our tail.
I had some caffeine earlier today and I'm still coasting. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep tonight.
Oh no.
We're foreshadowing Yorick's Rock Lee moment in the final battle.
Like the one versus Gara, or just like in general? I haven't kept up with Naruto.
Rockley didn't do anything.
Just when he takes off the leg
Oh.
weights.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes, you all continue on your way to Aaron Gate. Who's leading the way?
It would probably be Barney.
I'll say Gunther's probably right behind him.
All
Probably
right.
still has York on his shoulders.
Palace at his side.
Barney, make me a survival check.
Surviving tuts.
Just out of curiosity, is Talos and Barney like holding hands or just talking to each other?
Oh yeah, Pom and Gunther are on the hunt for more clues.
I mean, no, we already know.
Yeah, you did the vibe check at the beach.
Right.
Yeah, we both know. I think Cantos is the
Probably
only one
not.
who doesn't.
Probably
know
not holding. Probably not holding hands. But I imagine like Talus's like tail, like eventually kind of like leans, curls over around him sometimes.
Oh,
Nice.
Candle is not going to know until she sees one of their tongues in the other's mouth.
No, they're just giving CPR. It's totally fine.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the first thing that's gonna happen in our mind. It's like, oh,
They're
yeah,
such
wait.
they're such good friends. Archaeologists will call them brothers in arms.
Roommates.
I
Why are they always
rolled it.
roommates?
And they were roommates.
I rolled a 24 for survival.
Very nice. So yeah, kind of retracing your steps to Erangate, you begin to guide the party along the centralmost path through the autumnal forests that surround Erangate. And it's very cozy. Very vibrant trees of oranges and reds and yellows, which it seems to be like this all year round around Erangate. Lots of maple trees.
Can I live in this world? Can I live here? Like, that sounds nice.
I want to live there. I want to live here too.
If we go into the maple trees, can we drink the syrup from the inside?
I
The
would
inner
say
syrup.
probably.
I love fantasy.
As you guys begin to near Erangate, you can see that kind of up ahead of you appears to be some people arguing about something. And you take notice of what looks to be a couple of younger folk. You can see that there is a young dwarf and two young dragonborns arguing, and they kind of look towards you all. The dwarf speaks up. Hey, so question, so we've been kind of arguing.
We heard.
We need your opinion on something.
All right.
Is a water elemental wet?
The water elemental wet.
Yeah.
In what sense?
By definition, yes.
But, you know, they're made of water. Would you say that water's wet?
Question.
It makes things wet.
While they're doing this, can I do an insight check just to look around for anybody else?
Sure.
That's a great idea, actually.
What type of argument is this? That's a 16.
So kind of looking around to see if there's anyone else present. There doesn't seem to be. You do notice something though. You kind of piece together that these are perhaps students from Crowls.
Okay, cool. All right, that makes a lot more sense.
So the reason I ask is because one of our professors has us doing a field experiment where we note down things about elemental life, and well, you know, I was going to write down that water elementals are wet, and these two disagree with me.
Well, perhaps, you know, if I may offer a different kind of solution, perhaps maybe go talk to a water elemental, ask them questions.
Wait, why didn't we think of that?
What if the water elementals argue about this too?
What you have?
I guess that's a good idea. Speaking with a water elemental, where would we find a water elemental?
Water.
I mean, yeah, like probably around water. Also, you seem like does Bonnie know if they're like students from Charles Academy?
Yeah, you can see that some of them have little insignia of what house they belong to.
You're part of a magical school, and seeing as elementals are magical creatures, I'm pretty sure someone would know where to find one or how to conjure one.
Oh, there was a rumor from the library that there are elementals that show up in the forest sometimes at night. I think I know what we're doing tonight then. We're gonna camp out.
Well, that seems great and all, but just be careful.
Yeah, we'll be careful. We've dealt with a lot of strange things, being on campus. This is our first year.
That's exciting. I mean,
although it's concerning, I don't know if you guys know, but there was kind of an incident a couple of weeks ago with some cleric students. Has me a bit nervous because I was thinking of double majoring in clerical studies, but I don't know.
so
That they were all missing and then suddenly came back.
Yeah, Roma said it was some dropout from a couple of years ago named Buckley, and I think he went to jail.
You know which jail?
Aaron Gate jail, but I didn't he, escape?
what?
You what?
Yeah.
Sorry, that wasn't like aimed at you all.
How would that pale little worm escape?
It was kind of a rumor floating around, but we heard he broke out.
Right.
That weenie?
That's a problem.
Something tells me we need to go on and talk to the school administrators about this.
Yeah.
That seemed minor.
Yeah, we should probably hop on that quickly. It's concerning.
I agree.
Right. Oh, York, if you want to get down, you can. I didn't notice that you're still up here.
Oh, no, I quite like it up here, if you don't mind.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is the bare feet kicking in the air?
I keep on forgetting York's still 5'6" and like a 19-year-old. So
We treat him a lot younger than he is.
Yeah,
I know.
it's fine. He's your son.
Yeah,
He's the part of his son.
just because he's older than Candles doesn't mean he's not my son.
It just means that now next time I have to pick up Candles and put her on my shoulders.
And Gunther's strong. He could probably do that just like York on one shoulder, Ken on the other.
Honestly, yeah. Actually, come on, Candles. Let's get you on your shoulders.
Tom stands back from that interaction a few feet. Just
I'm
in
fine.
case,
One of the
Carry
students
Palm
kind of
with your tail.
watches in awe. Wow, you're really strong.
It really is.
Thank you. I mean, of course, I'm strong, and Talos and Barney are strong. Well, everyone here's strong. But
I'm not.
Wait. You pick them up and then stand on the floating disc.
I don't know. I'm sorry, but I've seen what are those little 6-second little clips called? Like
Vines?
Vines?
I'm trying to think of like the
a fantasy equivalent.
the really equivalent to it, and it's like I can't think of it right now, but vines. I've
Yes.
seen clips of people doing that and them falling and failing miserably. I'm a little too old to be falling like that and not getting like broken bones or anything. So I'm probably gonna hold off on that.
It's gonna. He gets on the disc, and then Talos just launches you like a
Like
pinball.
it's discus.
Like Sonic on a spring.
Yeah.
And
With less dexterity.
as this conversation is going on, you guys are pretty close to Aaron Gate. You can see it kind of up ahead of you. You see something in the air, and it's small, but getting increasingly larger, until finally tumbling down beside you, landing with a kind of a limp, wet crack of bone, is a corpse.
Oh dear. Gave me a right start.
And
Hello?
looking at it, you know immediately why. This is one of the Godslayers. You
How do we
see
know Scott Slayer?
a explosion from Aaron Gate. You recognize immediately this man's garb as being those of one of the Godslayers.
Okay.
Oh,
We should
shit.
go right now.
Right. We
Okay.
better go look.
Let's
We
go.
better go take a look there.
As you all
Yeah.
rush towards Aaron Gate, towards the commotion, I think that's where we'll end today's session.
Oh, nice.
Cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I need art of the Gunther cheerleader tower that was just made.
Yes.
But yes, we'll get into that next session, and I
Hell yeah.
may also have some fun surprises next session as well.
Hey, did we ever address the fact that Ponto just turned into a star?
We didn't, and that's
I didn't-
okay.
I don't think Barney and Tellers actually knew that happened.
Yeah, Barney and Talos in York were not filled in on that.
Is the
Probably
kind
just
of-
assumed that he was curled up in somebody's backpack.
Is the thought there kind of that Ponto is again doing a Ponto thing and that he'll
Yes.
catch up?
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems like that's the case.
Oh my god. Talos is gonna be so happy.
Hold on. Like, Talos liked Ponto. He was annoyed with him, but he liked him.
I think
True.
it's going to be less stressful, but it's also going to be less exciting, maybe, in a certain way.
Someone else has to take on the
Right.
role of Ball of Chaos.
All
Eater
eyes
of
turned
everything
on.
in sight.
Gunther starts undoing his shirt. So I do everything here. I'm kidding.
But yes.
Tom
Yeah,
is
thanks for
looking at his chest like that. The image of that chick.
Yeah, the
side eye.
The other Pex meme.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know how that feels.
What Tom?
Oh no.
Oh, you have to turn one of your post workout pics into a meme. TK.
When I get bigger, I will.
She looks at Gunther and then she quickly looks at Nadine. She's like, and she blushes and she shuffles her feet.
Aw.
I panic.
Love that.
As far as next session goes, if everyone's good with it, we'll actually play next week as well, and we'll be back on our normal schedule from there.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
Be
forgot
fine.
about
Yeah, I
it.
think
Works for
so.
me.
Ben
I
will be
forgot
freshly
about my
tattooed in the
next
evening.
Ooh,
Yes.
Yay.
I'm getting my tattoo
Yay.
earlier
Oh.
that day and then D&D.
Oh yeah,
nice.
chat. It was Ben's birthday this week. Wish him a happy birthday.
Yes, indeed. Do wish him a happy
Aw.
birthday.
Do it now.
Yeah.
And if you join his
Thanks.
Patreon, you can join his cool server, which is a fun and nice place.
It is a fun and nice place.
We post
Also-
art and we. Sorry. You go first.
Also, like, holy shit, I'm 40 now.
It's fine. I was 40
reached
before you.
I was 40 before it
I
was
got
cool.
there first.
He caught up to his ancient wife.
Do not speak to me of the 40th birthday. I was there when it was written.
Out of character though, I do like how like all our birthdays are like just kind of clustered into like this like 8-month period, and then like there's like 4 months where nothing happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
4
and
months of unbirthday.
Speaking of birthday, Ben, don't let me forget that you do get your birthday 20. You do have that until the end of next session to use. Free Nat 20.
I will definitely use it in combat.
Nice. Because that is very likely given the situation.
Mm.
Yep.
You know, we could
We're gonna have
also jutsu them. Sorry.
Like,
It's gonna be incredible. We have to charge in there to protect Buckley. Just like we're not going to let you die yet.
That's our job.
Yeah.
But yes.
I imagine when the body hit, like, York was like, oh no, the rocks.
I'm next. And carry me too.
A clever bit of foreshadowing there.
Falling from the sky, they really are.
It's happening!
York, do you have fly or feather fall?
No. Well, I can feather fall.
I mean, it's okay. York has his pet dragon. Once they become big dragon, then it'll help.
Right,
Just
right now, it
don't
just
get picked
grabs
up
the
before
crest of
then.
his neck and it's just panically flapping.
Become a big dragon now. Oh.
Crossed
Oh,
and
yeah,
launched
dragon
on it.
flaps. Dragon flaps.
Yes, Chad, thank you for joining us. I hope you had a lovely time. And we'll be back at this same time next week.
Hell yeah.
But yes, and do enjoy the rest of your Saturday, chat. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the gift subs.
Thanks, everyone.
And have a lovely rest of your Saturday. Bye, chat.
Bye.
Alright.
Bye.
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 See you later.